Hi everyone, welcome to my Blu-ray/DVD update for the films that I acquired in July and August 2019. So yes, all the films that I got, for these 2 months, that came within these 2 months that I acquired, will be covered in this video. And there's no DVDs here this time. It's all just Blu-rays, of course, /4K Blu-rays. So yes, we'll get into that. And of course, there are ones that I thought would come this month, but various reasons, like for example Apocalypse Now Final Cut. I thought it was coming this month, but the date has been changed, so yeah, it's going to come next month. And as well, I'm going to get a couple of other ones that I know already I'm getting, like The Flavour of Green Tea Over Rice. It's a Criterion, so yeah, that'll be next month. And they'll be shown, of course, the October slash September update. But here we are with this one. And yes, a quick notice actually, for the next possibly 2 weeks, I can't say exactly. It could be, just within a week I'll be back. But I won't be watching a lot of great films, or at least films that are known to be great visuals and stuff. Because my TV, once again, has basically I have an OLED TV. That's the main TV that I watch films on and stuff. And stuff, but. That is the downstairs one, but I've not really said that before. But yes, OLED TVs, and this is kind of a warning as well for anyone. Possibly you do get screen burn, which is basically, yeah, you can look online for what that is, but it's very problematic once again. And I had to send it off for repair once again, which is very, very frustrating. But yes, I'm kind of holding off until I get that back. In order to, for when I watch great films and stuff. So there won't be much. Wowing reviews coming, maybe in terms of just directors and stuff that I'm usually dabbling into, because I really don't want to watch them on the TV that I've kind of brought down from my room, which is just basically a very, very standard 40-inch one, which isn't really too great. It's never wowed me. So yeah, that's just a quick notice there, that I won't be, there'll be lesser films that I'm reviewing maybe, or just ones that on some of my favourites or stuff, or just directors that are just great directors, in terms of visuals and stuff, like Scorsese maybe. I won't be doing as much of his reviews and stuff, and Hitchcock maybe. So yeah, just a quick notice there. I have got some videos already filmed, so I'll be uploading them. And yeah, just have to wait and see. Hopefully it won't be 2 weeks again, but it could be. That's what I'm saying. With the kind of speed that these companies kind of work at, unfortunately. But yes, we'll just get back into the update video. And here we are with Wild Strawberries. This is a film that I reviewed, of course. Just a stunning film. Bergman, of course, so far has wowed me, but this film I think is better than The Seventh Seal personally. Yeah, just stunning. Criterion, of course, and yes, this film, really, really blew me away. Very, much more of a very, very subtle film. This, but just a masterpiece in my opinion. I've rewatched The Seventh Seal actually since as well. Seeing this, and I think that's actually better than I remembered. I already thought it was a great film. I gave it a 90, I believe. I'll probably raise that to a 95% now, but still not a masterpiece for me. I do think this is a masterpiece though, and definitely among, we'll say the greatest films I've seen, and highly, highly recommend this to anyone who loves film. Absolutely stunning piece of work. And yes, next up is Wolf Children, another one that I've reviewed. One of my very, very favourite films. This for me is just, a real, truly blew me away. This one truly moved me, and yeah, it's just, I think, this filmmaker, of course, it's just wowing me. I think The Girl Who Left Through Time and this are very, very close, in terms of, this filmmaker's work. I think just absolutely stunning. And of course, next up as well, from the same filmmaker here, Mirai, and just another wonderful film here. This guy, Hosoda, Mamoru Hosoda, is just clearly a truly wonderful filmmaker, and I think after seeing these films, all three of them are wonderful. I think this is a great little film here. Want to review this, very, very soon. I didn't get around to reviewing it, but I did watch it a few weeks ago, and yeah, it's not quite as moving as, say, Wolf Children, and it's not as good as I think that and The Go Ahead Through Time from Hosoda. But wow, this is just another stunning film. Loved this film so much, and yeah, it's just a very charming film. I have a couple of slights with it, which we'll get to on the review, but yeah, overall, just a lovely, a beautiful, human film. Once again, what do you expect from this filmmaker? Stunning. And next up, yeah, two 4K ones here. This is literally because there was a deal on Zave, but I was going to get these films at some point, but it kind of drew me to them quicker. And 4K, two 4Ks here. Inception, first of all, and yeah, I'll save my thoughts for my review of that, but I can't really imagine what it looked like on 4K. Hit something else probably, and yes, still sealed here. Quite a good front cover here. I prefer the actual poster, but yeah, it's definitely, yes. I can't wait for this one to rewatch this. It's been probably nearly, maybe actually a year and a half ago that I saw this last. Seen it a few times, of course, and yes, Inception here, and the next 4K that I got, which was alongside this, Mission Impossible Fallout, and yeah, it's a stunning film. This, of course, I did review this. I think it's the best Mission Impossible film, personally, and yes, I saw this at the cinema, and I could not believe this film. Absolutely, completely mind-blowing, and yes, just cannot wait to see this on 4K. Yeah, definitely the best mission yet, as it says on the front, in my opinion. But it'd be very interesting. But yes, I don't know if I'm going to be rewatching the entire series before this, or whether I'll just kind of watch this very, very soon on its own. We'll see about that. Next up, yes, two De Niro pictures here. It was my birthday month, and I thought, what's the De Niro films? Some of them I haven't got yet. And first up is Cape Fear. Of course, the remake here, and it's kind of a controversial film, but I think it's a stunning film. We'll get to that. I think it's highly underrated, personally, and yeah, I do absolutely love this film. Always have. Just what an entertaining piece of cinema this is. Of course, Nick Nolte as well, and all the cast are great here. Just can't wait to review this one and rewatch it. And next up, there's another kind of controversial De Niro film, but what Brian De Palma film isn't a little bit controversial, and that is The Untouchables. This film is just, wow, I love this film. Kevin Costner on the back there. Kevin Costner is one of my favourite actors, and you've got Sean Connery in this. You've got Robert De Niro, of course, as Al Capone. What a legendary experience. Can't wait to review this and rewatch it. It's I probably mentioned before, it's one of them films that I watched when I was off school quite a lot. This would be one of the go-to films that I watched. I guess quite a lot of Kevin Costner films actually, but yes, just truly an amazing film. That's what I'll say there. Next up is an Edward Yang film, and this is a Brighter Summer Day, and Criterion. This is partly due to actually the YouTuber Daisuke Beppu. He basically reminded me, you could say, of getting around to this and watching this film. Edward Yang films in general. He was doing a kind of series, recently, kind of his films, and it's a film that it had my attention from a few years ago actually. But yeah, it's kind of one of them films things you see, another YouTube and stuff talking about, and you kind of just, it clicks. Why did I not buy this again? So yes, partly inspired by that. But yeah, I just cannot wait to this film. Seeing the clips and stuff. Well, the trailer, skimming the trailer, and seeing the images actually, and reading up about him, and kind of knowing it's almost a 4-hour film. That appeals to me certainly. So cannot wait for that film. Actually, yeah, it's probably one of my most anticipated films, you know, that I haven't seen yet. So can't wait for that. Yes. Next up is Summer Wars. Yeah, another Hosoda picture that I can't wait to see, and yeah, it's just you know, something that it looks very, very interesting. This you know, kind of just yeah, I don't really know too much about this. It looks more kind of wacky, you could say, to his other films, but you know, I really, really look forward to this because of course he's wowed me so far. So yeah, I'll hopefully get around to that soon. And last but not least, yes, is another anime, Perfect Blue, and this generally just looks like it could be a very, very interesting film, and you know, I've been hearing great things about this you know, over time and stuff. So yeah, I can't say too much about this. I haven't looked into it too much at all. So yeah, deliberately, of course, not to spoil anything, because I think it's one of them you know, kind of shocking ones. It looks like I think it's meant to be quite violent and stuff. So yeah, and I've not seen any of the filmmakers you know, films yet. So really look forward to this, and a very short film as well. Yes, we'll get to that hopefully very soon. As I say, once my TV is back, there's no excuse for me not to be watching you know, a lot of these films, and that is it for now. And yeah, just in general, really looking forward to you know, films that I pick up, you know, for September and October, of course, as well. You know, these films, I've got a few things you know, that I definitely will be buying, and you know, of course, the big one for me personally being you know, Apocalypse Now, Final Cut. And yes, you know, that's something that I've been waiting for a while, you know, kind of thing. And I won't, to note, I will be reviewing that film, you know, rewatching it for, you know, I've seen it more than 5 times, definitely now, but I'll be watching the original version. This is the thing to note for my first review of the film, because, you know, purely because, you know, it's kind of, the Redux version, I'm not as much of a fan of, you know, to the original, and I know that Final Cut is definitely going to have certain scenes that are in the Redux version that, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about. You know, I've seen that once, the Redux, the original more than 5 times. You know, I think just for the sake of, you know, I would much prefer to review the original, you know, for my main review, and then of course, yeah, because I can talk about them more confidently, my actual, you know, kind of overall experiences with the film, and you know, I think that's much better personally than the Redux, and very likely, of course, I think it's better than the Final Cut, purely because I know certain scenes that are going to be in the Final Cut, so you know, just yes, but then I will probably be going to the Final Cut, and you know, maybe a few weeks afterwards or a couple of months afterwards, watching that, and then of course giving my thoughts separately on another video, not a review as such, probably. Yeah, it'll probably just be you know, my kind of overall thoughts on the differences, and how it maybe, you know, if it affects the flow of the film, and just, you know, just kind of thoughts on this kind of new Final Cut that's getting released. You know, I think it's great that Coppola, of course, is doing this. You know, and it's very interesting, of course, because there's no doubt that the films are different. You know, Redux and the original, they're completely different at times, whether or not you like that or not. I personally don't like it as much as the original at all, but you know, I do think it's very interesting. That's all I'll say. The different versions, and it's offering different things for different people as well. You know, if they want more kind of scenes involving, you know, this character maybe, and stuff. But it's great to kind of see anyway, regardless of what you think, really. You know, the overall comparisons of the actual quality and, you know, investment and stuff. But yes, that's how that's going to go. Just in case you were wondering, and you know, yes, I've got a few things that I'm going to be doing as well. You know, I really want to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, for a couple of reasons. I've not been able to see it, you know, kind of as soon as it's come out, but I will try to go and see this. I have to go and see this before, you know, within the next few weeks. There's just a few things I'm trying to sort out relating to that, actually, you know, but yes, hopefully have a review of that, you know, in the coming weeks, kind of thing, because, you know, of course, I'm desperate to see that film, and you know, then I'll be doing my Tarantino ranking, hopefully. So yes, that's all for now, and yeah, just as I say, you know, next few weeks, you know, possibly 2 weeks anyway, it'll be a bit more low key in terms of my output and stuff, and just overall maybe the quality and, you know, kind of, you know, these big directors that I've been, you know, kind of exploring recently. I might not be able to kind of I've not been watching too much great stuff recently because of that TV situation. I've been keeping it a bit more low key, and you know, I don't enjoy doing that at all. You know, it's very quite annoying, but you know, just for the sake of wanting to get the most out of, you know, kind of first time watches, of course, with these ones, for example, or just films I know are visually stunning. You know, I don't want to do that yet. But yes, as always, thanks for watching. You know, tell me your thoughts on some of these films, maybe. And yes, hopefully be back with more stuff soon. And yes, thanks for watching.